We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live.
My gosh.
The
Oh, there we are.
universe made us go live. My old ears didn't realize that my volume wasn't up and it was going wrong.
That is so funny. Life, right?
Should like actually do the same thing. Should
Like,
get
let me retweet this, like, but then I can't find you. What is your actual app?
Evelyn Mimi J. It's Evelynnn and then Mijae.
EPE.
Oh! Wait, are you trying to tag me or
Yeah,
just or mention me?
mention you. But it's like,
Don't
when
I because you can't tag me. I don't have people aren't able to tag me, but you can mention me.
well, no, no. So I'm trying to mention you, but
Mhm.
when I type in you like, like at Mimi like I would in my DMs, it's not pulling you up. So
What?
I tried
Well, try
mommy.
Evelyn, Evellynn, and then Mimi, Mimi all together. Sometimes it takes a minute.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while. It's like thinking.
There we go.
Okay, let me actually drop it too in. I can't woo, Lord have mercy.
I love this. Like honestly, if things I swear my life has been like this lately, and I'm like, I'm not a go with the flow type of person at all. I'm just not. I like plans to work, and if they don't, short circuits my brain, and people are like, "Why are you mad?" I'm like, "I'm not."
Legit,
Mm.
that's me too.
Yeah, and I'm like, "I'm not mad. I'm just trying to process the fact that this didn't happen how I planned it to," And so,
I
I'm
get
like,
mad.
"Dude." I know my husband's like, "Why are you even mad?" I'm like,
I get
"I
I
don't
get
know.
girl,
I'm
I
mad at
throw
you
a
now. I
fit.
don't know."
I throw a fit. I'm like, "Why the fuck?"
I know, he's like, "Why are you so angry?" I'm like, I don't
Oh
know.
god.
Good question. Twerking Tacky, are we twerking today? I don't wanna show the back of my hair. I got ready in, like, 5 minutes.
Oh,
He's
no, no, no,
like,
I'm
"You
not
keep
twerking
rocks back
today,
there."
no.
Okay, good.
Save
I will get up there.
first.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not those kind of
I was like, "Listen, I literally took a twerk class once because I was like, I just wanna know how it works." And I was like, that's why I never look good doing it because I wasn't using the right muscles. I was using my back, not my, like, inner thighs.
well, it is like in your,
I mean, like, it's the muscles of your lower back, but it's not your back. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
it's like your
It's a
thighs connecting to
combination.
your back, but more so like the line of muscles and not just like thrusting, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's like hold on, I'm like also but yeah, it's like, it is your back a little, but
Yeah.
just a little, not a lot, not like
Not Tina from Bob's
you
Burgers,
just
and that's
like
what I
a
do on
little,
purpose.
like right now, like how I'm popping just a little, like you see I'm barely moving.
Yes, I actually, the whole, like, movement of it, I didn't get it, but now I do, and,
Yeah,
it was fun. I don't know.
it
I
is
was like,
fun.
"Respect."
Yeah, and then you just, like, let it jiggle, and it's very freeing.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Just let it jiggle, just let it go, just let it go, let it free, let it flop, let it flap.
And, like, I've always been self-conscious of the wiggle because, like, if you weren't skinny when I was a kid, like, it wasn't cool, but now it's like, it's cool to have a little wiggle, so it's kinda nice. Like,
Yeah, oh, yeah, back in the day when people was, like, stick thin and that was,
it'd
like,
just be
it,
like
like,
yeah.
you'd be like this.
I know, and I've never been a skinny girly, like, I just wasn't.
Same.
So, I wasn't built like that, and I wish that's something I wish my mom was just like, "Hey, like, we're all built different." And I tell my
Right,
kids that today because I'm like, "That wasn't the luxury I had," you know?
for real. Like, I always joke, and I'm because 'cause I'm mixed with Samoan.
Yeah. I like yeah.
I tell people, I'm like, "Have you ever seen a skinny Samoan?"
They
"No."
built different. I mean, and you see the men, you're like,
I need to that is like okay, I have yet to date a Samoan man.
they look so powerhouse." I married a Mexican man, so I don't know.
I'm mixed up Mexican too, I'm all mixed up.
Me too, I'm a little bit of the jambalaya. I don't know
Yeah,
anymore.
right? Like, legit. I think we all are.
I think so
Like,
too at this point. I mean,
for real.
anyways.
You got mixed people having mixed babies and everyone's all mixed. No one's, like, pure.
Yeah,
Like,
I have Cherokee Mexican babies, and
oh,
they look white as hell, so
that sounds
like,
exotic. You're like,
on
"Oh."
yeah, like, on the Indian rolls, one is really pale, fair skin like me, blue eyes, blonde hair,
Mhm.
and then my other son looks just like his dad. He gets sun on him, and he turns, like, dark brown, and I'm just like, "What beautiful skin," and I wish I had that, but I've got, like, porcelain skin, so that's okay too, like, like, you have to work with what you have.
Right.
1000%, right? Like, anyways, how do we get in this topic? I'm sorry about that.
No, we're good. I like your little cup. It's cute.
I got it today to make me feel better,
Aw.
so it worked.
Alright. Okay, so we are live, in case y'all haven't noticed. Hi, I see that there's 1 viewer, or there was a 1 viewer. I don't know if we're still
I
doing,
don't know. I don't think it
but
works right on Twitters. It doesn't.
I know, right? I don't know. Hello to everyone on the YouTubes and the Twitters. I am Evelyn Mimi J, and this is Tasty Talks Live, and I say that with a question mark because it wasn't supposed to be, but it had some technical, or maybe I thought there were some technical difficulties, but there weren't when I discovered that my volume was too low. So that's what we're doing today.
Such is life.
Hi. This is my beautiful guest, VanHo Vibes, and we've been following each other on X/Twitter since what, last year at least?
Yeah, a year ago.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
because that was when I did I think
It's
we
Quick
met
Swap.
around. Huh?
Is the Quick Swap ladies' night. It was, like, Polygon themed or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see how this comes up. If I do add, lower third.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah. It'll push us up a little bit and just or maybe just a little bit on top of you, but yeah, if you just
okay.
hit it, it's
I
kinda
did, I
cool.
clicked add.
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't
see it
s
pop up.
I don't see anything.
Hey,
Oh,
it's
wait.
that type of day.
Is it
There it goes.
Like, show, I had to do an
There you
extra
go.
step.
You did it. You learned
That
something
was
new
weird.
today. Yes, you
So,
did it.
right now, we are reminiscing on how we met.
Yes.
So, we met in a Web3, space,
Yeah.
which Web3, for those who aren't familiar, has to do with blockchain technology. So there was Web 1, there was Web 2. We're technically in Web 2 still.
Yeah.
Web 3 is decentralized. We'll call it
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, we met in a Twitter slash X space.
Yeah.
I believe it had to have been around the time when I did the Learn Web 3 hackathon.
Yes. You were talking about entering into that.
Yeah, I was talking about entering. Okay, so it was a little before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
did, yeah. So that was it.
How
And
did
then
it go?
I placed 2nd in so they had different categories. There was like the, of course, hackathon, like to actually build stuff, and then there was like ideas.
Wow.
And so I did the ideathon. I did that, but then I got done with my idea, like, early. There was still a
Yeah.
lot of time left because it wasn't like a short one. This was a few weeks. So I went ahead and decided, I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll just try to code it." And yeah. So I try and then but then I had trouble with the testing. And
Mm.
Mocha, and they was get both of them was getting up Mocha, and I forgot the name of the other testing. Yeah, I forgot the other name. It was similar, but
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, they both was getting on my nerves, and I couldn't figure it out. So I just sent it with, like, partial code, like, some of the code, but I didn't get the testing done, and then that actually came back to bite me in the ass later. I was still able to push it to RPM registry, and I did, but I was still
Wow.
trying to work on it in the background.
What an achievement though, 2nd place. Like, wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
it was my first hackathon.
Dude, I'm so proud of you. Like, I could go such a spiral on, like, hackathons and, like, you don't have to be, like, a dev to be a builder, like, that's our ethos now, right? But, like, I specifically remember you in this space because you had such a similar story to me, but I remember your story, you told me you were telling everybody about your mom and how, you had a broken Game Boy and you took it apart and you rebuilt it and fixed it.
It was a computer.
Oh,
It was a
computer, I'm
it
sorry.
was no, 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 you're good. It was a compact Presario. So,
Yeah, and
I
I
just
was
aged
so
myself.
moved by that, though, like, I was just like my mom told me too, like, "You'll never make money gaming, you'll never, get a lot you'll never get ahead in life in gaming," so I went into, like, nursing and, like, I just remember, like, resonating with you so much, and I felt bad, but I interrupted, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry to interrupt, but, like, we have a similar story, and I wanted to say, 'Hey,' because there was a lot of fighting in that space that day, and
There
you
actually was,
it
yeah.
was crazy. But you had such a positive story, and we follow each other immediately, and I think from that space, like, I think you're still the only person I really follow because I just like real people and I like real stories, and it wasn't catty, like, you just came in and shared, your love for, like, what you do and your passion, and it really drew me toward you, and I'm still really happy, and, like, look at us today, so, like,
Right?
I love that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Okay,
Well,
let me see. Oh,
thank you.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Yeah, it was, now my mom, rest in peace, I lost her when she passed away when I was 15.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately. But she just okay, so, the compact Presario,
Yeah.
she used to work at a law firm.
Okay.
Okay, alright, okay, so well, did she buy it? I'm not sure if she got it, like, secondhand or so I don't know, but it was an older computer, and I was at the time, I was, like, middle school age, and so getting to the point where I need to write papers and stuff like that, so she was like, "Okay, computer is needed." So, got the computer, and then, like, it was the monitor, so the display was messed up,
Mhm.
and she told me specifically, like, it wasn't I don't think it was the fact that she didn't support, like, whatever I wanted to do, but I don't know if she thought I was gonna break it, I don't know what happened, but she was just like she would always tell me, like she told me, she was like, "Don't try to mess with it."
You gonna break it more.
I was like, "Okay," and then I would, like, wait until she like, so in summertime, I was, like, at home, she would go to work, so I would take it apart, and we didn't have tools. I didn't know that, like, tools existed until I my mom 'cause she didn't have screwdrivers and stuff. I unscrewed, like, the PC part, this clunky like, that part.
Did you use a knife?
A butter knife, girl. A butter knife
I already know.
to unscrew it, and it was tinkering with the, like, insides, and I kinda did fuck it up a little, you know? But eventually, like, before the summer was over I had to do it before summer was over because
You
then
needed
she'd
it.
be yeah.
Yeah.
So, I fixed it, but she never said nothing, though. She never, like and she had to have known.
She's
Okay.
saying something now. She's proud of you.
Yeah, she was like, "This little heifer," but I ain't gonna say nothing because she did fix it.
One of those salts that's like, "Told you, but at the same time, I'm proud of you."
Right, it's like, you can't how you gonna punish me for fixing the computer?
Dead.
So, yeah, that's the story. So, we met in that space, and yeah, we connected off rip, and we've been
Yeah.
yeah, we've been in touch ever since. I've been watching your journey, and I've seen you grow as well.
Yeah.
So I wanna give you your flowers in that. Like,
Thank you.
you actually, like, you especially, like, being like, because you're mainly on AVAX, or Avalanche blockchain is your home.
Yeah. It's my home. Yeah.
It's your home.
I'm all over, right? Like, I was in a Polygon space because I also hold Polygon, but, Avalanche is my home. It's just where I, like where my friends and family are. So, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, with that said, like, I am actually well, I've been on Polygon too. I've kind of been on, like, all the chains so
Yeah,
far
same.
pretty much,
Yeah, me too.
you
Yeah.
know? I even actually the game that I don't know if you've seen me, like, last night I did a little bit of a stream, like, you kinda actually, like I wanna ask this one question first,
Okay.
and then it'll lead into the other question. But
Let's
you
do
actually do like, whenever I see you and, like, your progression, like, what you're doing, in the space as a gamer, as a streamer, you're a boss babe. You're doing the damn thing all on your own, and you have your family, and it's like, I am aspiring to be that. Like, I want to have my as my grandmother used to say, "Have my own shit." Have your own shit. I wanna, be able to work.
I'm sorry. I've been having a hard time lately, and I mean, and I am doing the damn thing, but, like, to hear that from somebody, especially another woman, like, I hear men say it, and I kinda, like, chuckle in my head, but, like, being face to face with another girl who I find to be a boss bitch, like, it's kinda humbling and, like, it just feels so good, like, like, I sit here every day, just had this conversation earlier, like, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm shit, like, but, like, to just be in a conversation with somebody to hear, like, those flowers, like, thank you. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional, but
Oh,
it's just,
no.
like, right before I got into this, because I was waiting for the stream link, somebody just randomly sent me $500. They were like, "I just wanna tell you thank you for being so positive in this space and always uplifting others," and I was just like, "That's wild to me, like, I'm not doing anything special, girl,"
For
and
real. They sent that
yeah, isn't that crazy?
no,
Like,
but it's deserved.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
I'm sorry. Just, like, I think it was, like, pent up from before getting here. So, thank you.
yeah, so I just yeah, I'm so happy that I extended the invite. I'm so glad that you know, um, accepted.
I responded immediately, like,
You
and
did. Yes.
I'll tell you, I don't to that's awful. I don't to a lot of people, because I get, "Hi, hi, how you doing?" And I'm like, there's a time where, like, I just don't have time to reply all the time, but there's people that I really love, like you, and, like, I'll be like, I see you in my DMs, and I'm like, What are they like, let's reply," and I don't know, so I was like, yeah, absolutely, I would love to be on your podcast." Like, that was, like, I don't get asked to be on podcasts, so I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
gosh, yes, like, I would love to, yes." Like, I think I've done
maybe this will start
3.
a trend.
Maybe. Like, anybody, like, I would love to. Anyways, I'm so sorry I interrupted, like,
No, you're good. So leading into this question now,
okay.
how did you actually get into Web3?
I love this one. So, that's such a good question, first of all, but my husband, okay, it was, like, COVID area, 2020, right? And, we're all, like, secluded at home, isolated. My kids were really young at the time. One was in pre-K, he was 5, autistic, and just really not dealing with not going to school or his routine, like, that upset was really difficult for him, and then I had a 3-year-old as well, and, so I was already a stay-at-home mom. The COVID thing being actually isolated because, like, I would leave the house, go to the store, that was my outlet, like, "Oh, you take care of them," and now it was, like, a scary time, like, didn't know, like, I mean, it felt like Chernobyl, right? Like, we're all in, like, mask and everybody looks scary, you see somebody with, like, a fishbowl on your head, you're like, "What's happening? Is this real life?" Like, I don't know.
Someone coughs or sneezes, you're like, I know
I
that's still me to this day.
I just got off Romano, don't know how I got it. I'm like, somebody sneezed on me. I don't know, like, what the hell? So, I, secluded at home. My husband really dived into crypto. He'd be like, "Oh, I just spent like $20 on this JPEG." And I'm like, "That's so stupid. Like, why are you that's awful." But I'm like, "Why are you spending our money like on just random images on the internet? Like, you could just, make them or like, save it." I didn't understand. And so he was really specifically getting into gaming. And so at one point, I just stopped calling it stupid because, like, one, that's just not nice. And two, I'm like, all right, I want to spend time with you because it's like I had the kids and he was just like, this office now is like where he would just be like with the door shut playing games. And so I was like, let me get involved in what you're doing. And so he's like, I've been waiting on this. And his username was Edgar Allan Bro. And so I'm like, oh, I need something to match. Like,
Awesome.
yep. So I became Vincent Van Ho. And so
That
was
is so cute.
isn't I know. It got shortened to VanHo eventually just because Vincent Van Ho was too long to stick on an esport jersey, so people would put just Van Ho, and I'm like, I'm called to this day, like, Vinny, Vincent, or Van Ho, so Van Ho was, like, taken over this year after like June, I think I rebranded. But yeah, so I started gaming with him. I loved it. And we ended up finding a project together. We started an XRP and we were kind of degens. I didn't really understand what went into crypto. Like to us, like, back then you could click a link on Twitter, get an airdrop for free, and then sell it on release day, right? And so not understanding, like I kind of embarrassed about this, but I would undercut the floor because I didn't know what that meant at the time. I was just getting money from something that was given to me. And then we found a project and then I started understanding crypto. Like people were eager to teach me. They were just really excited. And so I soaked it up like a sponge and it started becoming a passion. And so then I took the knowledge and would help other people. And I was eventually invited in to be a moderator, a community hostess where I would do Twitter spaces and stuff. Like I've always done like speaking and stuff. I like to talk. So it made sense, right? And so I had my own show for this company. It was called Love Monster. It was a game on XRP, went to Clever and eventually AVAX. And so, helping them with the merge and stuff, I learned like what really went into that, JPEG, like the artist. And at that time, we didn't have Chat GTP making images. And so working one on one with the artist, seeing what into the went into those, I was like, oh, like I understand now. And so I wanted to learn even more and even more. I actually ended up taking like crypto courses online so I would understand the terminology and, started just like getting obsessed. And so then, like I actually ended up being like an executive assistant to this project, like was in all the meetings. And when the game launched, I was in the alpha of this, game, and so I loved it. I loved it so much. I'm so sad that it's not longer here, but that was literally my entrance into Avalanche, and so hosting these game nights, I ended up growing my community that way. It was just, like, meeting more people in Web3 gaming, and eventually Gaming on AVAX found me through partnership of Love Monster, and so that's where I met all of my favorite people of Web3 were in gaming on AVAX before they launched this Discord for game nights. And, they opened up like the Avalanche Ambassador DAO. Oh, I love you, Tom. They opened up the Avalanche Ambassador DAO and I got approved. I applied for shits and giggles. I'm not kidding. I was like, I'm not gonna get into this, like
It was me with
I
the hackathon. I was like, "Fuck
yes.
it."
I live by this. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Like if you don't take it, I mean, if you take it and you miss, you're back to where you were. Like there's no
Right,
difference, right? So
right.
that scariness of, like, trying so I applied, I got in, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," and I'm just, like, one of those people that's, like, I like to keep the vibes up, so I would just show up to the meetings and, like, they'll send you, like, content to make content over, and at that point, I'd already started making gaming content, and that's something that I really loved, but I wasn't new to content creating, like, I actually had, like, a 10K platform on Instagram, like, I did,
Ooh.
like yeah, I did, like, weight loss,
That was when, because you mentioned that you were, a nurse.
so I worked in nursing, I wasn't an actual nurse, the phrase here is called an AUA, which is, like, an advanced unlicensed assistant, but it's not, like, known globally, so, like, I just say I worked in nursing because people at least know, like, what that means, so I was a step underneath a nurse here in Oklahoma, and so I did pretty much everything a nurse can do except for give meds. I could not give meds, and I couldn't make, like, a plan for people.
Mm,
I just basically helped nurses like an assistant, but, like, on steroids. So, I'm just like, I just worked in nursing because it's so technical, it's hard to say. So, I actually worked in health and fitness, though. Like, I used to be 340 pounds. I lost a lot of weight, and so on that journey, people would follow me. I worked with, like, Quest Nutrition, Dive Bar, Cliff Bar, like, all the protein you see now,
mhm.
Premier Protein, like, I've worked with those companies, and so I took that knowledge of creating content and brought it here because I've always loved gaming. My mom, was like, "You can't make money gaming," and now I do, and she brings it up all the time. She's like, "I really never thought that you could do that gaming, and I'm so proud of you." My dad is like, "Kiddo, I'm so proud of you," but that's how I got in, and, like, the more content I made, the more people would notice, and so would get hired by companies to create games, and eventually was invited by Avalanche to be a content creator, and so I create content for them, and then I mean, the rest is history. I just was like, at one point, just decided I was tired of making other people so much money because I know I made Love Monster millions. I know I made, Dark Time millions. And I was like, I'm ready to do stuff for me. And so had a previous endeavor, it didn't work out, but it was a really great lesson. And it literally built the steps for where I am today with BUIDL mode. And I think that's your next question, but it taught me a lot along the way. The red flags people throw out when they lie, the red flags people throw out when they talk about money. Are they pressuring you to do this today? Then that's a red flag. They're just trying to get you to sign up today. So that's how I got in, and it's really crazy, but it's been a 5-year journey of
Yeah,
like hard doing things for free, and I don't know, it paid off. So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that hustle, basically, mentality, and I mean, same thing how I got in the Web3 COVID, same thing.
I
It was at the end of 2020. I remember I was in December because I remember I was on Clubhouse. Hold on. You you okay?
Oh, I have a Sprite in there. So I sucked in like, "Oh, yeah, man." Expanded the bubbles in my throat. I was just excited, like, "No way, same time frame."
Don't die. Please, not on the live stream.
This is actually Tom is actually, like, a co-founder of another business I have that's more behind the scenes, so
Buyer of dips.
I love him. Yeah,
And
he's phenomenal. He's always supporting. I love
while
it.
we're showing the other, I wanna give a shout out to my Culture Clash family. Hello.
Oh,
John is the host of Sports for You and Sports for You Wrestling.
very nice. Was that where your wrestling question came from?
Yes. Yeah,
Nice.
well, I do yeah, so Culture Clash is right now it's like a lot of it's mainly like the content on there is mainly pro wrestling, but it's like a network. So it's like other so I'm a part of it, John's a part of it, Final Boss Baby, hi, is a part of it with Talk It Up podcast. So it's like there's I don't know how many people now or how many podcasts like part of the network. So yeah, so they came out. Thank you so much, you guys. So yeah, they came out, but yeah, that's kind of like being a part of Culture Clash was kind of how I decided to go ahead and revamp my podcast.
I love that.
Yeah, because I've been wanting to, and I always wanted to like live stream. That's actually going to be my next question, but you kinda already answered some of it
I'm so
already.
sorry. Yeah.
You're good, you're good. I have been seeing other people, like, of course, also too, like, well, kinda going into me getting into Web3 was back in end of 2020, I was on Clubhouse, and there was a chat and people talking about, like, basically, like, other streams of income, like diversifying
Mhm.
portfolios and, like, just diversifying, like, where you put your money and how you get your money and all of those things, like,
Yeah.
it had already kinda been a discussion, like, a
Mhm.
little bit, especially when people, like, starting to work, like, slowly kind of people working online, where I started working online as a freelancer back in, like, 2015. I think it was, like, 2015 I got my first, like, freelance gig. Really?
This
That
is
was my
where
first my first freelance gig off of Upwork. But
Yes.
before when they were transitioning, they were Odesk and they were just transitioning to be Upwork.
Yeah.
So everyone was like I would tell them like, "Oh, yeah, like, I work with this company, like, I'm doing a project, I work with this company, like, online." They're like, "Are you sure that's not a scam?" I was like, "Well, my bank account says I have this much money." That's
My mom still
and
to
it's
this
like
day.
and it's like and I filled out tax forms, like 1099, so no, it's not. But yeah, like but then when the pandemic hit, things like that conversation got bigger because everything went to shit. Like, even, like, at the time I was living in Phoenix, and I was because everyone that was in the household, one of the roommates worked in, restaurants, and then my other roommate, who I did actually used to work with her, I used to be a little bit of a t short stint because of COVID, I was in burlesque.
You were
So
what?
esque.
Oh, fun. I love burlesque. Oh my
Yes.
god.
So She was a performer, a very seasoned performer turned producer, and she produced her own shows for, like, almost a decade, or maybe a decade. Yeah. Yeah, so she was, like, in it, and she was my roommate, and I would actually work with her on her shows. Like, I would either perform or I would work as, like, raffle girl or, like, do something else, like, in the shows.
Yeah.
That ended because of COVID, that stopped. So at the
Mhm.
time, I actually was freelancing, and I got a gig working as one of the gigs that I got that was ended up being, like, long term and actually got all of us through COVID,
Yeah.
honestly, because I was the
Oh,
only one working, was I was a copywriter for a
okay.
digital agency, for a digital agency. Shout out to Jeff J. Hunter. I'm pretty big on LinkedIn, and, he was all about, like, inbound marketing, and so I actually got my inbound marketing, from HubSpot. Like, I got that certification, and then,
Okay.
like, "Okay, I got it now. Can I work for you?"
That's awesome.
And I started working with him, and then all of the, businesses, like, all of his clients started pivoting pivoting their messaging because COVID was happening. So, we were busy. He was booked and busy.
It's good
Oh,
though.
he was
Good
booked and
problem to
busy,
have.
so that means the team was busy. So, I was able to, like and then also, of course, there was, like, stimulus checks coming in. But, like, the stimulus like, I was working and I was doing enough. So the stimulus checks were kinda extra. Like, I even kinda like some of my other, like, burlesque friends, like, performers, I would, like, attend their virtual shows online, tip them a little extra,
That's
you
so
know,
sweet.
gave to, like, funds, like, bailout because there were the protests, so, like, bail funds and things of that
Yes.
nature. So, yeah, I did a lot of that, but, yeah, towards the end of that year, 2020, like, that's what everyone was talking about was like, "Okay, you gotta crypto, gold, all kinds of other things, like, you need to, like, diversify because you don't know, like, shit could hit the fan like it did,
Yeah, it was
and
scary
then now you're
times.
completely SOL."
Yeah.
So, that's how I got into Web3, and then I started going on Twitter, going in spaces, and then kinda transferring my skills. So, like, kinda, like, in line with a little bit of the marketing, like, with copywriting, I did, like, sales and business development,
Okay, yeah.
like, my whole career. So I would go and I knew about a little bit about digital marketing as well because, like, when I was doing freelancing on Upwork, I actually ended up working with some clients that it was more about marketing. So, like, I did, like, Instagram captions.
Yes.
I helped run a Facebook group for
Yes,
e-commerce
that was
client.
so
Yeah.
hard for 2020.
That's those are things I did. So so when I was going into these spaces like these NFT, because that's NFTs were there was crypto, but NFTs really kicked off Web3. Like for
Yes.
real, for real.
For real.
And shout out to the NFT space.
You remember those, like, 24/7, like, spaces that were like, "Are y'all ready for this?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we got 5 more hours." You're like,
So like, yeah, I got into those spaces and then
"Uh."
I know. So I was like, dude, but like I got into those spaces and I was like speaking in spaces and giving like business development, kinda like the business side advice, like, "Okay,
Yeah.
maybe try thinking about this." So that's how I really got introduced to the space, and then I started actually following and then I actually got some NFTs. I think, my first NFT, I wanna say is, Melancholy Monsters, and I actually won. I actually won that. I think that was my first one, and then I got involved with Take Up Space, and then I have their NFT because of that. I still have them too. Like, I still have, like and these some of these projects are, like, non-existent.
But I still have them. They're like
I still have 'em.
skeletons of my past, I guess, at this point. I'm
Yeah,
never gonna get rid of them. I mean, what do you do?
right, I'm not gonna yeah, I still have them. I added to the collection just recently with Damon's. Mm. Yeah, it's actually a game. Okay, we're gonna get into that
Oh,
later.
yeah.
But, the next question I, have is well, I was gonna ask, you kinda already went into this a little bit already, but how did you become, like, a successful oh, excuse my typo, everybody.
I
How did
didn't
you
read it like that,
become
though.
how did you become a successful live streamer? And I say in my eyes, you are successful. Like, you are well, no, because I've even seen a little bit of growth and, like, evolution, even going from, like, the whole, like, going from Vincent Van Home to VanHo.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
noticed that. And then, like, just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you're kinda also, like, not saying you weren't honed in, but I kind of feel like you're honing in even more,
yeah, I am.
like,
I like,
on your personal brand and even
thank
with your
you.
posts and stuff.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, so
I am, I'm trying.
how did that happen?
This is a really good question. So, like, when I worked at Love Monster and I was, like, in that executive mode or whatever, I was in also, like, doing those spaces, right? And so when they hired a marketing team, they got me in a one-to-one and were like, "What did you do before?" I was like, "I mean, I worked with nursing, and then I was a photographer for about 5 years. I was my own CEO, I owned my own business and everything, but
Oh, I like
COVID."
that.
CEO.
I love that.
Thank you. I got it from Modern Family, so I can't, like, take whatever, but yeah, so he told me, like, "Take everything, like, your photography business, being a content creator, and merge those together and bring them here." And I was like, "Okay, how do I do this?" And so whenever I kind of, like, accidentally got into, like, doing the game nights, I had to live stream, and so I won't lie, like, I didn't live stream them at first, I was really scared to. It's funny is, like, I started my Twitch in 2017 to stream my Minecraft gameplay so my husband could watch it at work. Because we had, like, joint house and, like, he'd be like, "Oh, I wanna see what updates you're doing," and that was the only way we could think of. I wish the videos were still there because they were so good. Like, I don't know, I'm creative, and so, yeah, I at first didn't have any help with that. Like, I took a long time to, like, kind of go through and figure out, like, what platform do I use, what streaming setup. Like, it was very trial and error for me to figure out how to, like, the camera, the system. I had a laptop that wasn't very good. I call it my potato. I would stream from my potato with my microphone that had, like, a little baby sock on it, so it buffered the noise. Like, I was, like, taking what I knew. I even have, like, up here my photography camera that I had, and I used it to stream for a little bit, but then I burned it out from streaming so much. So I literally took what I knew and merged it here to Web3. And so what really got me.
Transferable
I
skills.
know when you were talking about it, I was like, This is so good." But yeah, ended up just taking what I knew and bringing it here. It took a lot of trial and error, but I think starting with a game that I was really passionate about, that's what got the most attention was, like, if I stream now and I'm not into it, you can definitely tell, and I can tell when other people aren't into it too, so I always keep that in mind when I'm offered deals. Like, I don't like MMORPG games. Like, I'm really sorry, I'm gonna be transparent with you, but I'll turn those down because I don't find joy in it, and it doesn't show in streaming either. And so I think that passion for a game that I love showed through lots of trial and error. Even to this day, it's like, "VanHo, you're muted." I'm like, and I don't know. I just took all of that and started to work on it. And in April, I lost everything in Web3. Like, I lost my previous business we were working
Wait,
on.
this past April?
I lost a business. We ended up dissolving internal differences. Then I lost like 5 gaming ambassadorships because gaming just took a nosedive. And so I lost all my income and I was really depressed about it. Like, I was really sad. Hi, Luana. I'm talking about you right now. But I was really sad about it. Luana is actually the one that drugged me out of the dirt. She's like, "Stop acting like this. Like, we're gonna work on something together." And I was like, this is my time to, like, hone in and grow, like, what I've been wanting to do. Like, let's get out of depression. Let's change some things. That's when the rebrand happened. And I was like, let's have more of a different aesthetic. So I went from, like, more of a degen vibe to more of, like, I like to call it, like, minimalistic. Like, I still have my spooky vibes. That's what I love. And I just
Yeah,
kind of,
your sweater even.
I got it for my birthday. Thank you. So,
That's cute, it's
and
cute.
my spooky mug, and I got the skelly in my office, but um, I just decided, like, let's minimally let's go minimalistic, let's change it, like, and I'm glad I did. And Luana helped a lot. We both are really great designers, and I my hers is definitely from a different background. Mine came from photography, and I was like, why am I not making this like a business? Like, instead of just like being strictly what I like, let me put that business aspect into it with the marketing, right? And so I took everything I learned and I rebranded and I started to work on, like, not appearance, but more of, like, presentation, right? Like, people get attracted to, like, things, but, like, it's the people behind them too, right? So, I don't know, I just, like, kind of let my guard down and started to do things that I liked. I started to stream games that I loved, like, we streamed Rico from, like, April to, like, July, and that's when we kind of, like, got into the whole build mode, which that's another question, so I won't answer that one, but I just, thank you for noticing that, like, but I just was like, "How can I get better, like, video quality?" My camera pooped out in April too, same time, and I'm like, "Alright." So I got a 4K one and then started learning more, like, instead of, like well, after she dug me out of the dirt, I was like, "Alright, what can I do?" I went online and I started watching, like, how to stream professionally or how to, make your stuff look better, and so I just kinda started working on that, like, personal growth, and I looked up new editing techniques, I looked up, you know, different things that I wanted to have the appearance of, and I started to just dive into that, and, I haven't had time to really stream much lately, but the emojis didn't show up, but that's how I got back into it, and so I'm really happy I didn't give up, I'm really happy she didn't let me, because I was like,
Shout
"I'm
out
cooked." Yeah.
shout out to you, girl, because I'm glad you didn't stop either. Like, I would have been sad
I
as fuck.
was I was done. I was just like, that was like a blow, but it all worked out for the better, and I'm really glad that I didn't, and I think that was my biggest lesson that I go back to. Why am I here? Like, why did I end up get it why am I like, the question, like, "Why am I in Web3?" Like, I was, like, asking myself that, like, "Why did I end up ascending? What did I love so much about it?" And that was content creation, putting spins on things that I love, educating other people who maybe just didn't understand crypto, and so now my content for, like, Avalanche, like, I try to add an educational baseline to it because the truth is there's more people coming into crypto now that don't understand what Web3 means, they don't understand what blockchain is, they don't understand the technical words and aspects that we've really spun on to things, and the only way that we're gonna get more people in is education, and, United States is really pushing all this, and people are gonna come in and be like, "I don't understand what DeFi even means," and, a lot of us had to Google to find out anyway, so having, like, a visual audio for some people, that's, like, how they learn, that's how I learn, so part of that journey, how do I learn? I wanna create content that helps other people like me learn, and so that's honestly how I elevated the streaming was literally April through May, not having anything and just working on that stuff to get ahead, and I'm really glad that I did, and I'm glad I'm here today having this combo with you, like, it's so
Yes.
great.
Me too, I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love because I had no idea. I don't think I had any idea that happened.
I
That
just
people girl, you sure don't look like anything. You came you
I just
sure did
posted
not.
selfies all day, GM, and that's what I did every day, and I mean, you could go back to April and be like, "Girl, you just got a Instagram board here," but I just would say good morning and post my picture for the day and reply to comments and then get offline and be just really sad and eat food in bed all day, so
But you know what, though? I think that's an important lesson.
yeah,
One, I now when you take it I say take a L
yeah,
when
I
it's a
took a I
loss,
took a beat. It
but it's a lesson.
was a lesson.
So
It
instead
was
of
a
it's
lesson.
replace the O or the E,
Yeah,
the loss with
yeah.
LE with a E.
A
Less.
foundation
Lesson.
block crumbled, it wasn't holding the weight, and I needed to reinforce that in order to grow on top of it, so, I try not to even think about, like, failures or anything like that, like you said, seasons, lessons, try to, like, say other things because, like, I was having this conversation with Luana today, is, like, I will get in my head so bad, like,
Same.
and yeah, I feel like that's a curse, right? But, like, when I'm like, "Okay, that wasn't a failure, it was a lesson, and my building block needed to be rebuilt, like, to in order to be successful," right? And so, like, as kids, we have to learn how to walk, we have to learn how to talk, and sometimes you have to learn that stuff from 0, and boy, we worked from 0 for a long time, and so it just is. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I know, I know what it's like to be 0, like, start over, rebuild. I don't know how many times I've had to rebuild,
Same.
restart. But,
Like 3
though
times.
but again, those L's, like, it's for a reason. Like, a lesson, loss, if you take out the E if you replace the O with the E, it's less.
Yeah,
So, it's like it's kind of it feels it's I wanna say it's like the universe's way of making you niche down.
making you pay attention even, like,
Right.
why was that a lesson? What did you need to
Yeah.
learn from sorry. I have
No worries.
15 minutes till I gotta go get my kids, so
Okay, okay.
I could probably push to 30 though. So,
I'll go ahead and go into the next
okay,
question, kinda like yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I think after this
this is a good one.
like, okay. Alright. So, what is BUIDL mode?
BUIDL mode. Yeah,
BUIDL
so
mode.
we we were like we were kinda, okay, so our previous endeavor, we both had the idea of, like, let's have a podcast. Like, we're really great when we stream together. We have
When you say
really
I'm sorry, when you say "let's," who are you referring to?
oh, I'm sorry, Luana. So she's my co-founder for BUIDL mode.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's a co-founder of Build Mode. We both went through all this together. So, like, I had somebody through the entire time. I think we stopped talking for, like, 2 weeks 'cause we were just really upset, and so we're like, what did we like about that journey and what did we not like about that journey? And so one of our ideas previously was to have a podcast just because of the chemistry. And so, people loved it. And I was like, she was like, well, what if we just have our podcast together? Like, what if we start by streaming together first and then like talk more? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's game. I really miss gaming. And I just didn't game for, like, a whole month because I was really sad, and so she dug me out. We started streaming again, and people were like, "Oh, y'all should have a podcast," and we were like, "Been there, but we've been there, done that," and then we were like, "Alright." I also used to work in education. He's had a really good idea about educating other people coming in, and so that was our core idea. We really started to grow and build on that idea. Like, we have a lot of things that we're working on in the background that we haven't disclosed dealing with education, and so we were like, talking about how there are builders in this space. And when you talked earlier about the hackathon, right? Entered a hackathon before, and I remember them saying, like, all builders welcome. And the comment section was full of people saying, like, I'm not a builder. Like, I wish I could enter this. And him being like, anybody is a builder in the space. Ideas are
And
building. Like,
same what I had when I was at with Learn Web3, that was you
yeah.
had a couple people saying like, "Well, I'm not a
Yeah.
technical person."
Yeah, so we were like, dev does not equal a builder, right? Like, can be ideas where you hire somebody and help you to build this, but like, there's content creators, those are builders. You're literally helping somebody build their project or product or whatever it may be. And so, like, at first, we've had the motto of like, this is a builder's playground. Like, everybody's a builder. And we initially started evolving into like interviewing people building things in the space. And so that's where Buildle mode kind of came from. But we wanted it like hodl because we're here for a really long time, like Diamond Hand, like I don't know. And it's just kind of started escalating. We were like, what are we really good at? We're really good at both like graphic design. We love to talk. We're really good together. We use Buildle Mode podcast as like a storytelling platform to really tell a story about people building instead of just like shilling a project. We like to get to know the
Uh-oh.
founder. Oh,
Okay.
you still hear me?
Yeah, you're
Sorry.
good. Cut out
Okay.
for a sec.
We like to interview the builders and not just the projects. Oh, I love that comment. We, don't just ask questions about just your company. Like, we wanna find out about you as a builder. We think that projects or products, you have to find people for them, and so, if somebody tells you like, "Oh, I really love Saturdays to go get tacos." "Oh my god, I love tacos too." Like, let me pay attention a little bit more. Like, we both audibly auditorially I can't sit into sometimes some of these spaces that, like, will show projects, and I'm just like, "Oh, so boring." Like, I'm here for support, but I'm like, I mute it, like, awful person. I'll mute it because, like, I can't follow along, I'm, like, droning out, and so we like to ask fun questions, like, I don't know, we have, like, a lightning round where we're like, "Would you rather have a rugged meme coin or a rugged soccer team?" Or I don't know, just depending on the project, build out these questions for them, for the founder. So, like, you're connecting people, you're finding an audience, and it's just been a really fun thing. Like, we've partnered with the Arena app. We have a few partnerships too. Like, it's
Yes.
been really fun. And so we also on the back end offer like marketing because she was a really goaded marketer. Like, I've worked in marketing this whole time. And so right now we're like working with a company named Tradesta. We're working for a couple others that we're not ready to announce yet, but like reimagining some of these, projects that are so like, they are white label, but we want them to appear white label because capital's starting to come into Web3, and so design elements, like, we love to do that, we do different campaigns and stuff like that, and I don't know, the podcast is, like, the front face of it. We really enjoy to do it, and I don't know, it's really nice connecting to the community in that way because, like, they can ask questions for people that they want to have more questions about. We always do, like especially in Arena, there's a tipping function, so I'll always go through and tip people who comment a lot. Like, it's random. You never know,
Yeah.
like, having a good day, I'm gonna do a lot. Like, last one, I didn't really, do any, and people were like, "You didn't tip." I'm like, I'm just sometimes I want to, like, "Thanks for being here anyways." Like, like, I don't want it to be so incentivized that that's the only reason people show up, and so
Right.
have good feedback, and we really love it, but that's the idea and how it started, and I don't know, I liked to talk to builders and, that's not always devs, it's not always, CEOs or, founding teams, it could be moderators, community managers, game makers. I mean, there's so many people that make amazing graphics, and we wanted to include everybody into the scenario because even communities are builders.
Right, for sure. We
Yeah.
were talking about that yesterday in that one space. The what
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you were there girl, you kept sending me hearts. I was so appreciative of it too because that one guy
yeah,
was like, "Oh, community," and I was like and he, like, explained what I just did, and I was like, "Okay, I think we're getting it mixed up here," so I just let him go on, and at the
I
end, I was like,
forgot. Yeah, you were talking about that yesterday. I forgot what space that was. Vale huh? Yes, Wolf Swat. Yeah,
"Yeah." That was a good space, though.
it was, it
It
really
was
was.
really
I
good. Yeah.
reposted it because I was like, "This is good stuff, like, this is good gems, even outside of Web3."
Yeah. If I was coming into Web3 and heard that, it was giving 21 vibes, like, "Ooh,"
For
like
real, yes.
yeah,
It
yeah, it
really
was
was.
good. It was so good. Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of a since you gotta go get your baby,
I'm so
we
sorry. Yeah, I got 2 kids.
you're good. Let's just do a little bit of a speed I'm gonna do a ticker style. And we're gonna do a
Okay.
little bit of a speed round for these last
Oh,
questions.
okay. Oh,
What are your favorite types of games?
my favorite games. I really love FPS games. I do not like MMORPG. I like party games, like the Pudgy Party that just came out. Love those. Like,
Oh, with Pudgy Penguins?
isn't it so have you played it? So
No, I
good.
haven't. Haven't.
Those are my vibes. I like the obstacle courses, kinda like Mario Kart, like
Oh.
Mario Party, like fun family games. I love those. But first person shooter, I don't know who I am. I'm not good at it, but I'll come out of my shell and I'm like, beat your ass. Like, I'm like, "Ooh, settle down. Girl, you
Right?
can't even play.
Are
You
you
gotta be carried."
were you a big, Nano Pet or Tamagotchi girl?
Yes, I love my Tamagotchi.
Okay, so you might like the one that I'm started playing now. I was
Mhm.
introduced to it on, via the Polygon network,
Mm.
Discord. But you can mint it also comes with an NFT, but you can mint on different chains.
What game is
So,
it?
it's called Daemons, Daemons.
Are they like little gigas? They're
Yeah,
like pixels?
it's kinda like their inspiration is Tamagotchi and, like, Pokemon.
Cute.
Yeah. I'll send you my, affiliate link.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
ooh, okay, yeah. Send
Yeah,
me
yeah,
the
yeah. Because I
I'll
think they're
have
gonna
me up.
yeah, they're gonna be going, TGE soon.
Is this the one that's also partnered with Abstract?
I think, I'm not
Okay,
sure.
I have a
I'll
little
double
guy
check.
I have a little guy already, and
Oh,
he's
you
kinda cute.
do?
Yeah.
It evolves with
Send me.
yeah, it evolves with you, the little NFTs, as you do stuff on chain, it evolves with you, and then you can also, like, battle inside the game, like yeah, it's
Love.
cool. I like it so
I
far.
love what's funny is, like, my favorite game right now, though, is Repo. Have you ever played that?
Repo?
So fun. They're like little robots that talk
Oh,
and they, like, repossess things from, like, houses, and there's, like it's kind of like horror game, but it's so fun. Oh my god, I love that game. It's so fun.
nice.
Yeah.
And then because I also do cover, on Tasty Talks, we do cover tech, wrestling, and life. Just out of curiosity, have you ever watched pro wrestling, or do you know of any pro wrestlers because of social media?
What is defined as pro wrestling, like UFC?
Well, that's mixed. That's
Okay.
so even though technically TKO Group like owns you, like I think they own UFC now and WWE, so they're kind of
WWE.
so WWE, TNA, GCW, AEW. You might have
John
seen more
Cena?
of like huh?
John Cena? John Cena?
Oh, yeah, John Cena, yes,
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's on his retirement tour now.
He looks different though.
He
I
does.
mean, we're all getting older, so I get it. But, like, I just saw him yesterday in a video helping his, like, wife across the puddle, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was
yeah.
that was so
First
cute.
of all, cute, and then he opened the door, and then he
Yeah,
got in
he
and
like,
worried about his
"What?"
own shoes. I was like, "Okay, this is cute," but I was
And then
like, "He's getting older," and then I was like, "Bitch, you're getting older too. Like, that's not fair," and I'm like, alright." So,
I think
like
I think that was his bad hit.
he was too. I saw him limping at the end, and I was like, "Oh." I'm okay, so I was not allowed to watch wrestling growing up, but
Really?
my mom and dad like, my dad is a cop. He's kind of semi-retired now at this point, like, he has a desk job as a policeman, but he would not let us watch wrestling. I wasn't allowed to watch, like, Cartoon Network. Like, I had a lot of rules growing up. I think that's why I'm a bit wild now, but, yeah, so I was into WWE secretly, but I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I would ask my friends about it. I can't tell you about anybody in it, but when I met my husband, his brother was, like, 6 at the time. He was obsessed with WWE, and so I would buy him the figurines, I'd buy him the cards, he was very into it, and so I kinda watched it with him, but at that point, I was already, like I met my husband when I was, like, 16, 17. So, yeah, he's, like, my high school sweetheart, and I mean, by then it had changed a lot from when I was a kid.
Uh,
So, that's the only example I have of it. If anything, now I watch more UFC. Like, I really love the Mike Tyson redemption, even though it was, like, kind of weak, but I really like Karate Combat, and I will host those streams all the time because they're so good, and, like, I don't know if you know the blonde broker, but I love her, and she's in, like, a they have, like, crypto fighting now. It's like
yes, I saw
yeah.
that. Yeah, I think also Ashley Decan, right?
Yes, yeah,
Too.
they had a fight together, and
Yes,
so she
yes.
Blonde Broker's about to fight Jenna X. I don't know, but I'm excited for that one because Jenna X
Okay.
beat somebody previously that I really liked, and so I'm like, I'm counting on Blonde because Blonde does MMA as well as UFC with
Oh.
UFC fighter. I don't know, I'm excited for it. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, there's a lot of actually, thank you for the reminder because there's a lot of crossover. Because even, like, someone else I follow in the crypto space, Mako Flow, he's a professional boxer, and then there
Oh.
was another one, The Kid or something like that, like, he
Oh
and
my god, Keith Berry! I
yes,
love him,
there's a
yes.
lot of
He
so
asked me to be in the crypto fight club, but I just had surgery on my shoulder in November, and I'm terrified, but I'm like, I've got some aggression in here, but I also just think my face, like, I don't want a broken nose, I don't wanna be hit, that looks like it hurts, I don't wanna I could hit somebody, I think I could give it, I don't think I could take it, that's the problem, but
no,
that's about it, so,
yeah,
yeah.
Mark Andrews, that sounds familiar, but I don't know, Imma have to Google what
I
Tom's
taught Mark Andrew I feel like he's just joking around.
really?
Are you, Tom? Are you being funny? Aggression won't be caught enough in the won't be enough in the cage. I would be the person dancing away, like, "Oh,
Yeah,
don't hit me, don't hit me." Like, I would be better at, like, or something, like, no punching, like, just don't hit my face, like, I don't
oh,
want a
yeah,
bruise.
yeah, because that's
Uh,
more like
that's
yeah,
more like I think that's more wrestling. Just don't hit my face, like, I
right,
don't
for
wanna come home with broken bones and bruises. Oh, no, seriously, okay.
yeah, he
That's
okay.
awesome.
I'll
That's
have to look up Market. I'll have to look up who that is. But yeah, no, I so much respect now more for professional wrestling because I've watched, WWE's like, reality show on Netflix called Unreal, where
Oh,
it's
that's what that is.
yeah, that it
Okay.
takes you, like, behind the scenes of, like
I
yeah,
love
so
behind the scenes anything.
yes,
Do you
anything
remember how it was made? Love that show.
how it was made.
They'd show, like, how pencils are made or, like, how crayons are made or, like, how anything in this world is made.
Right.
Obsessed. Like,
That's awesome.
I love that stuff. So, anything behind the scenes, even in crypto, I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm here for it. I like to know what other people go through, went through. Like, I can't live in your shoes, but I like to watch it. I like to watch it. So,
right.
no, that's awesome. Did you like, know anything about like, wrestling before you found that group?
Yeah, I did. So
Okay.
I actually liked pro wrestling back, like, in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was probably why your parents were like, "You can't watch this." 'Cause
Censored,
it
dude.
yeah, it was
Block channels.
I but, I my first introduction, really, my first in was The Rock.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh, yes.
I was like, "Who is this fine man?" So and then, of course, like, going to
He's a
school
Samoan man, girl.
exactly, I was like, "Oh, okay." But then I started
Mm.
just watching too, and then as I was watching him, there was other ones, like The
Hulk
Undertaker,
Hogan. Do you smell the Hulk Hogan? He'd be like,
brother, that was the guy yeah.
"Brother!" Yeah.
And then what, so I like The Rock, and then there was The Undertaker.
Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, good. I'm so glad you're saying these names because
Yeah,
the
Stone
only person
Cold,
I don't
Stone
remember that
Cold
one,
Stone
but
Cold
John
Steve Au
Cena. I was
yeah,
obsessed with John Cena.
and then, Triple H, who is actually now WWE creative.
Rebrand.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah. So
"It's now."
I was first introduced then, and then I kinda, like, went away for a long time, and then I came back through the Divas era, um
Okay.
yeah, because
Yes.
remember that show Total Divas?
Yes, I do. I wanted to watch that so bad, and that was when phones were starting to come, like, a little bit better into the mix, and so, like, I had one friend that I went to, like, a richer school. Like, I went from, like, a very poor school, and then I went to, like, a very, like, richer like, I wasn't rich, but, like, just a very what I thought was rich at the time, and, yeah, one girl had, like, finally, like, a touch phone, and I would get to watch some of the clips from it, and I was obsessed. I was like, "I wanna be throwing a chair at another girl too," but I'm like, again, I don't wanna be hit with nothing, so
Right, I have so much respect because they legit, like, get hurt, messed up all the one of
China!
my yeah, China for sure. One of my faves, Rhea Ripley, she likes to get her nails done. She and she'll come back out, like, I don't know how many times I've seen she, like her nails be popped, like, they be gone, they be broken,
Ooh,
there's bleeding.
and
I'm
she's
like,
still doing I caught my finger in
"She
the
doesn't"
door today.
they're not long, long, but still, when you're in the ring and you're doing all kinds of stuff like back yeah, in the backstage, it's like
And she had to deal with that pain because like I said, I smashed my finger in the of course, this finger. I smashed my finger today in the door, and it literally lifted the nail, and I'm, like, all day been like, "Ugh." So, yeah, I got no business being
yeah, like, she's
she could
badass.
be
Yes. But yeah, Rhea Ripley's badass
China.
'cause she, like, even has, like, she has piercings, and she will wrestle with her piercings in.
Really? They let her? See, and that's another thing I'm scared of because they told me, like, "Yeah, you can't have your piercings in and stuff," and I'm like, "I don't wanna take them out. I don't wanna, like, put the studs in to be hit with them either because those things hurt. They close up fast." Like,
Yeah.
respect, mad respect.
She has her nose, like, the septum, and then at one point, she had this part,
The smiley?
and
No.
she got one of her matches with Natalia, it got ripped out, and she was, like, bloody yeah. It's kinda badass, though, not
Do you
gonna lie.
did you ever go to, like, Buffalo Wild Wings for those fights? I think that was more UFC, but, like, did you ever do that?
Oh, no, I used to go to so fun fact about me, I used to go to Hooters and watch the UFC fights. I would get there early, right? Like,
Yeah.
I would get there early so I can get, like, a good seat, and I would sit at the bar in front of, like, the TVs, and I would just, like, have, like, appetizers and beer and stuff. Sometimes I would meet up with my friends, like, sometimes, like, my good girlfriend Ashley would come and, like, meet up with me, we'd sit there, we'd be, like, tipsy and, like, watching the fight. Everyone's like it was
Beer with the chair!
no, UFC, watching
Oh, sorry, yeah, yeah, yeah.
no,
Sorry, you said it was a
UFC,
Jeep.
And, like, that was back
No
when I was watching
pay-per-view.
that was
No one is believing this story.
no, I'm dead
I
ass.
believe you. I
I
believe you
wait, no one's telling
because
you what story?
I think he's saying meet my story, but I believe you because I used to work for a restaurant. That's how I met my husband. We worked at a restaurant. We were a sports bar, and I we would have pay-per-view fights, and people it would be a nice chunk of change that day,
Oh,
like,
yeah, people come I can imagine.
so good. So good. But I remember going to Buffalo Wild Wings on my days off because I don't wanna be at work on my days off. He's like, "JK, I'm ignoring" he's like he's the Tom the Troll. I love him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if he's serious, but I love him, right? Like, he's vibes. So, no, I remember the same thing, just first seat, you have to get there, like, 2 hours early,
Yes.
and,
Mhm.
you've already had your beer by then, so it pops off, you're like, "Alright, bring in the apps," and why did they taste so much better? Like
Because you fucked up. You're a little tipsy. You're a
yeah,
little tipsy. I showed it I used to get, like, the what was it? Fried pickles.
those fried mushrooms from Hooters,
The fried pickles from Hooters.
those are good, but did you ever get those fried mushrooms, and
They
then they
have
had
fried
some
mushrooms?
dip? Maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of Twin Peaks.
Or maybe they I don't know.
I
Or
don't either. Anyways,
maybe different locations had different things.
yeah, yeah,
I
I'm in
live
a
in
whole other
California.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Hooters was our spot. We used to go play Wingo. Like, on Wednesdays, we used to go play bingo, like, they called
I
it bingo.
love yes!
That was
Yes! Oh my gosh.
girls. We would have the key and, like, be having
Mhm.
fun with the waitresses. Yeah. We
Yeah, girl. I remember when I got with my husband, he was, like, the only like, we would go to Hooters, like, I'm like, "Let's go get some food from Hooters," because one, they would have, like, a happy hour and they'd have cheap apps.
they have good
Yeah, and it
happy
was good. Their buffalo sauce is also good. I'm very picky and particular on buffalo sauce, and so they do it right. And so, I don't know, I mean, and we're both, like we're that couple that's, like we're very into just each other. We'll be like, "Oh, do you see that girl's butt?" Like, we're awful. Like, I'm like, "Oh my god, it looks
the same
good." Yeah, we're
way.
so, like, I appreciate fine art even in museums, so, like and then, like, why are they so much nicer to you when you're a girl? They're like, "Hey, honey." Like, they make you feel good about yourself, and I'm like, "Alright,
Yeah.
more money, like, here you go." Like, just keep feeding me good apps and compliments.
Well, a lot of times not to be like but a lot of times the girls aren't really creepy.
No, I've only met a few creepy girls in an experience that I won't share today, but,
Yeah, I mean, not saying
it's my fault.
there are creepy girls. Not
There's creepy people.
there's creepy people, like, in jail.
They're all
Creepiness doesn't discriminate.
no, and I'm all for creepy vibes, but, like, there's I've had people be like, "Oh, I wanna wear your skin, it looks so soft." I'm like, "Alright, like,
Bound
I'm not putting lotion on it." That's a weird statement, but then I say weird things too, so, it is
yeah,
what it is, but no, girl, I loved having this conversation with
you
you.
gotta go.
I have, like, 2 minutes, so I
Okay,
just
we can go ahead and wrap it up because
okay,
I was thinking in my head. That's why I did the rapid fire. So I was like,
okay.
okay.
No, but
So
this
yeah,
conversation,
this was a
so
good
good.
kiki. It was so fun. I
Oh
am
my god,
so glad. Thank you so much for coming on.
thank you for having
Um,
me.
this is, I guess, an early Tasty Talks episode. Like I
I
said
love
before, I'm not supposed to be premiering till the fall. But
this
I
is a
guess there's a
sneak
little
peek.
teaser. This could be like a little like, hey, this is what's to come. Like,
Yeah, you can use it for a promo, switch it up, edit it
yeah,
really good, make me look 10 times lighter, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I this was great, by the way, and, like, if you need feedback on air, like, 10 out of 10. Would do again.
yeah.
Yeah, so good. So,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah, everyone, thank you so much for, all the viewers. So Restream doesn't have the correct
It
number.
doesn't. It
It
says
does.
we have 152
I
watching right
saw
now.
right now. Okay, well, I mean, hey, whoever came, thank you so much. And 150, I mean, that's actually pretty damn good. Thank
That's
you.
good. That's really good. And you know what? Whenever you start
Thank
streaming
you.
these,
Yeah.
put them on the Arena app as well.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's part of the reason why I joined. That's what I like about Restream because you can do OBS. You can put like a different. So I did do that
yeah.
one time. But now I don't have you have to have like you could,
The
yeah, non-paid right now, college student.
but you can
By the way, if you want to tip either one of I don't know, do you have a little tip thing on your Twitter?
On mine I did, I took it off though because I wasn't getting anything anyways, and then, like, it was connected to my Cash App, and so when I had VanHo on there, family be like, "What's VanHo?" And I'm like, "I don't want my family I'm
Oh,
not ready for my family to find me on here yet." Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, people are like, "You're not serious about adoption." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want my family finding me. I don't want my friends here." Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but, you kinda froze. Are you gonna come back or okay, there we go. You froze for a second. Well, yeah, if you wanted I have my on my Twitter, if you wanna support the, broke student fund, go on my Twitter and send me a tip, that'd be great. But before you go, do you wanna plug anything real quick? Do you have any upcoming projects or anything coming up that you wanna plug before you go get
I
your
looked like I froze there. I didn't. I was just like wasn't expecting that one. We also have a podcast, BUIDL Mode. We have it on Fridays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, all at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, my braces get in the way of S's. That was a lot of S's. But yeah, we'd love to, maybe we need to have you come on if you ever have 11 a.m. EST. I know you said you're about to start school. I'm so proud of you. I just wanted to say that. Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me.
Yeah, for sure, you're very welcome, and, everyone, thank you for watching, and, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here so Van Hook can get her babies from school, and I can go pee. And
Me too. Oh my God, so bad. And I'm like,
and, stay tuned, for me, to drop more Tasty Talks podcast episodes this fall. Thank you all. Bye. Alrighty, let's end this stream.